Hey folks, it's Eric Goins from Flywheel Studio here. And in this video, we're going to go through how I thought about coming up with my application for Revenue Cat Shipathon. Now, Revenue Cat hosts Shipathon. There are a host Shipathon, and there are a bunch of different things that they are looking for in their judging and their category. For the most part, though, to be honest, I kind of ignored most of these, okay? I'm doing this for myself, and so I will submit for a few different categories, but one of the big things that I am trying to do is actually just build an application I'm really interested in building, following our methodology for identifying good opportunities, good spaces to build in, how we want to build that application. And I think that that helps us build a better app that's going to be more successful. Okay, so first, let's get into how we think about this. First is, I like to build applications that are already in a semi-validated space, okay? Normally, if you are building something and nothing exists like it at all, nothing's popular, there might be a good reason for that. And so we try to stay away from apps like that unless we really have some indication that there could be something wildly successful there. But given the time frame for this, where I need to have an app out in a month and I want to have some traction for that app, we're not going to have time for that. So I'm already going for a validated space. Secondly, I want to find a different way or a different take on something that is already validated. So I'm kind of looking for other things that are out there that could be successful, that could be interesting. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to target those and try to have my own unique take on it. Lastly, and this is a personal one that is interesting for me, I wanted something that's more human. I'm looking at all the apps right now, and there are so many AI products. I don't think that the world needs more things that are more digital or more online. I think that we need things that are kind of like offline that bring us together. So I'm looking for an app idea that kind of encompasses all of that, that makes us feel more present at an event or with people, or help us remember the humanity in our lives. And there's not a Revenue Cat category for that, but I don't think that's a bad thing. So the first thing I like to do is I go through Google Trends and I look at apps that are trending. I look at other categories. I use other sources such as like Sensor Tower to go find applications that are popular. I don't look at anything that's like jumping up right now this very second, but I look for things that people are interested in over the long term, okay, and that are trending up, right? We don't want to go build something that's trending down. I want something that's trending up. The second thing I do is I actually use Grok, and I use Grok for a specific reason, because it is pulling from a lot of data that is on Twitter. And so I asked it, literally build me a viral app. Okay. Now I did not take any of these apps, all right, that it provided me. But I went through and I looked at some of the ideas that it had and whether those were good ideas. And I took bits and pieces of those ideas and I used that to build my application. All right. And we're going to get to that in a minute, what that app is. All right. So, secondly, we have a core tenant called the TikTok app. Okay. Now, it is not an application for TikTok. In some ways, it has nothing to do with TikTok. It's an idea or a framework. All right. The framework is really simple. You are going to build an application where all of the features, functionality, the proof or the value proposition all fits within a TikTok. Okay. Some people have this kind of incredibly complex idea of an app, and it is great if you can get somebody to use it and maybe learn the app and be on it for a week. Unfortunately, that is very difficult to achieve today. It's too difficult for most applications. What you need is you need something where somebody can watch a TikTok and say, I need that app. What is that? What is that for your product? And so I needed to find out what that is for mine. In the next video, we're going to go through exactly what my idea is and how I designed it.